Hey budget fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today we are reorganizing all of our money binders. We are also going to talk about the train wreck that is kind of happening in life right now. I'm going to fill you guys in. I think it's important to chat about just because one, I want to, two, because it could impact sort of my living and my money and all of the things very, very soon. So let's go ahead and get into this video. First, talking about our budget though. There are a lot of money wallets sitting on this desk. Now, I do know that I want to make a whole bills wallet. We're gonna do that, not with this. We are adding some sinking funds and savings challenges. We are doing away, I think, with the variable wallet. You see we have no money in here. Let's go ahead and put this to the side actually. So this is our variable spending. We'll start here because this is an easy one. We are going to do away with this wallet and we're going to go back to like paper envelopes. So we'll talk about that in a little while. This might be a long video, y'all. Go ahead and grab some tea, grab some coffee, whatever you're doing. I'm actually filming this at 10 o'clock at night. I cannot sleep. I am so wound up, y'all, and believe me, we're gonna talk about it. We are not messing with our rollover money, our vacation, or our self-care. We did just put these wallets together the last time I saw you guys and we were sort of moving money around. I will say we're pulling a lot of this money and reprioritizing it, so there will be a cash stuffing element in this video because we're just pulling all the money we currently have. When my life is chaotic, I love to just kind of mess with my money. It makes me feel better, so that's what we're doing today. Vacation, we definitely won't be pulling any money from these wallets. We might be adding to them though, so we are going to keep them here. I do have these three: self-care, self-explanatory; vacation, self-explanatory; rollover money though, I do just want to tell you guys my intention here is that as I have extra money, when I have an extra one, when I have extra 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s, when I have extra bills, I would like to just place them in here. When we have a low paying week and we really just need to grab some money to make up for the deficit, we are going to pull from our rollover money. We're going to put together a new bills binder very soon. We're going to use all of these labels, this new binder, these double-sided trackers, all of this, every single thing you see in my video is from my own Etsy shop, Jordan Budgets. If you would like to check it out, if you would like to support, I am over there. We're gonna start though by just going through and we're pulling all our money. We haven't done this in a very long time. I had kind of like bragged pretty recently. How crooked are you guys? Oh my goodness. Maybe not. Okay. I had bragged very recently that like money hasn't been shuffled in a long time and I was so proud of myself. I think it's been all of 2023 that we have not done this, so we are doing it. We're doing it, guys. I'm gonna tuck this bill money away to make sure it makes it back to bills. I do want to keep yearly memberships as a savings category, so we're just going to pull the money and put the card here, but we're going to reuse that one. We are doing away with the penny challenge. For me, I think for me right now, because life just feels a little bit wild, I would prefer to have just very labeled and detailed savings challenges. If you were following me with the penny challenge, I'm so sorry. I need to do away with it and just create a specific Christmas category just because that's what my brain needs right now. So we're going to do that. A lot of this money will be going back to Christmas, I sure hope. Birthdays for the boys. We do need to restart the boys' birthday trackers. I will say though, I have been spending a fair amount of money on their presents. I'm going to take away about a $500 tracker. This represents money that was in the bank, although I think I've pulled maybe 300. We're gonna go ahead and pull 500 though, and then once I sort of check my bank account, whatever is extra money, I don't know how to say it, but like whatever doesn't balance, say I have $500 of like fake money and then in my actual bank account I really have $700 in there, we're just going to pull that and put it towards some of our business debt. So I am pulling $500. It's a tracker for money that is in a savings account, but some of that money genuinely has been spent on the boy's birthday, so it did go where it needed to go. I haven't really balanced it, right? 100 envelope savings challenge. This has been going towards emergency. It is going to soon be going towards emergency / legal help, most likely. We're gonna get to it in a minute, y'all. Extra car payment. Let me go ahead and tell you guys, y'all know I've been saving for an extra car payment. I did have some money in the extra car payment savings. We're still gonna leave that because I'm fairly confident most of that money is still in the savings account, but like I said, I do need to kind of balance it. The 100-day savings challenge, I barely made it through, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. I made it through 5 weeks and we're putting a halt to it. I am gonna pull this money and just sort of put it in all of our sinking funds and maybe pull some of it to go towards some rollover money, towards some bills. I feel like with life being as just wild as it is right now, I need to pull this money. I need to make sure that I'm covering everything because things are only getting a little bit more dicey over here. So I need just the comfort of knowing that all of my sinking funds, or most of my sinking funds, are like mostly covered so that I can pay off the rest of this business debt. I do have taxes coming up and I don't think I've been covering taxes completely, and I don't know if I'm gonna be needing to move soon. So we are doing away with our savings challenge wallet for now. I do very much hope that life is a little more settled, at least in my brain, and like moving wise. I hope everything is a bit more settled in a couple of months, and I hope that we can restart that and get rid of some car debt. That was the goal. That $5,000 that I was trying to save was going to be going towards some of the car debt. At this point though, I think I just need to put a halt onto that. Same for our fun money, guys. We're doing away with our $50 savings. I did just save for every single month. I do not at all regret saving for this money. I did want to spend this money on like $50 every single month going towards fun money for me and the boys, but I think that our spending really needs to cut back. This just has to be a season where I'm focusing on when and where I'm moving, and I need to focus on making sure my taxes are completely like laid out and correct. I am in the process of talking to a CPA trying to get last year's taxes settled because I did file an extension for last year. I am so on the border, guys, though, of like my actual income. My actual income and take home is, I wouldn't say low, but it's relatively low. Like, I should not, in my opinion, I think, be owing that much, if any, out of what I've already paid. And I did not pay in a lot last year, but I did pay some. We will see. I could be completely fine. I might be overreacting in my panic, but I just want to make sure I have a little bit of money sitting aside for the CPA and to get taxes settled and to get that business debt settled from last month. That was a lot. We are pulling a fair amount though. That is good. I'm hoping to put most of it back into these new sinking funds categories. So while I finish pulling though, and before we really start chatting about the money, let me fill you guys in on a bit of the housing situation. Now, I have said before that I'm gonna keep my mouth quiet in case this turns into a legal situation. I am very confident that I was not in the wrong at all when it comes to this rental house that I'm in. If you haven't seen any of my last videos, you are probably like, what in the world are you talking about? We are going to, at this moment, I think we're gonna do away with our pink wallet and we are just going to stay in the black wallet. So let me fill you in if you're new here. Hi, hello, I am Jordan. I am going through some issues with my landlord. I talked about it a bit in my past videos. Excuse me while I just pull this out here to make sure I'm covering all of the things. I talked about it a lot in my previous video as far as like the house issues that we're having going on. The last I left you guys sort of in talking about it, how do I want to do this? Like this, right? The last I talked about it with you guys, I said everybody, basically all the experts, everybody in my circle and in the landlord circle told me that this was not my fault at all, right? It's old pipes. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not even allowed to put any type of toilet tissue in the toilet. We have to put the tissue in a wastebasket, right? But somehow the landlord walked in today blaming everything on me. She said I should have told her that the pipes were acting slow before now, which, guys, the house has always acted the same way. The pipes are a little slow, but it doesn't like back up filling up. The pipes are slow because they're very old and corroded, and like, is corroded a word? Corroded. Corroded. Anyway, we're not going to get into the whole situation. Basically, homegirl came in acting all kinds of mad at me, and she's one of those people that has like an aura about her that is just mean. I love this little house, but I basically told her today, I was like, look, if you treat me like this, okay, let me see what we're doing. We do have a new insurance category. This is for car insurance. I pay $750 every 6 months. Next, I wanted it to be yearly membership, so let's do that. Is this in order though? I guess it doesn't have to be in order, whatever. There might be an order at some point, but right now, not in order, nothing is in order. Insurance for the car, Christmas for the boys, birthdays for next year for the boys, and we will put a little bit more money in here, but honestly, I've gotten them, they wanted presents this year, I've gotten them already, like the presents that I want to get them, but I do want to make their actual day special too, so I'll probably buy like a special cake. I'll take them wherever they want to go, so maybe I need to put a 200-ish in for this year, and then we will start saving for next year. Emergency savings, we are going to try to completely stuff emergency savings because I'm planning on pulling from this to pay for legal fees if I have them and if I need them. Instead of coming in today and apologizing, which is honestly what I thought I was going to get from her. I thought now that we knew it was not my fault in any way, I thought she was going to come in today with an apology. She absolutely did not, you guys. She came in with an attitude. Emergency savings, yearly memberships. That's for places like the zoo, the aquarium, whatnot. Summer camp for the boys for next summer. Sports for the boys. One of my kids is going to do soccer this year, and then I don't know, like as my youngest gets older, I need to start prepping ahead to cover his sports fees, right? And then this $250 is going to be for an oil change. I did get my oil changed today, and it was like $110. And I had not really prepared for that. So anyway, without continuing to get into it too much about my actually guys, we might as well talk about it because I have to organize this money. I did see something too. I saw a little meme right before I got on here, which was very inspiring for me in this particular moment. And it said, do not be afraid to share your story, because if they wanted you to speak nicely of them, they should have treated you better. And I was like, okay, I have never been more seen, right? Now, of course, I am going to be a little bit more mysterious about the future, because the future of this house really does depend on how my landlord continues to conduct herself. You know what I'm saying? And I do have some, I'm not giving you guys all the details on all the ways she was wrong, because I want to just keep my cards a little bit close. She did not want to hear me in person today, so if I need to go through a lawyer or whatnot to make this home livable, then I will, but I don't want to spell this out for her on the internet because she knows what I do. I mean, it was in my lease, right? Like, I told her what my job is. I told her how to find me online. Anyway, I'm not afraid for her to hear, though, that she is a mean person. She absolutely, every time I've seen her, she really just kind of barges into the place. She's one of those people that is like mean to you right off the bat so that she can kind of disorient you, and then you're like, okay, wait a second, you know, like you're trying to catch your bearings because you don't know what just happened. She does that to me pretty much every single time. What I said to her today, though, is I was like, look, if you're gonna treat me this way on something that was clearly not my fault, this is how you come in and you talk to me and you treat me. If the situation is not my fault, how are you going to treat me if I actually do something? Like, if something were actually my fault in this house, I don't feel comfortable living here. And it was a very lengthy hour and a half back and forth with her while she was here. They were just supposed to be here to wait for the insurance, so we'll see, but I definitely need to set aside some money for like a legal issue, because as it stands right now, she basically is trying to give me two options. From what I've heard from her, first off, from what I've heard from her, she has zero intention of fixing the pipes while I'm here, which is actually the big issue, right? Because I can't flush any type of toilet tissue in the toilet, and I did not sign up to be changing a wastebasket full of yucky toilet paper 3 times a day for me and my kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's the big issue to me that she refused to bring up today. She wanted to focus on the floors and how the floors were my fault. She wants to rip up the floors while I'm living here in the whole house, and she wants me to move all of my stuff from room to room as she rips up the floors. And I said to her, I was like, look, I homeschool here, I work here, I live here. I'm not going to be able to make a substantial income. Y'all know when this drama all started, when this drama started last week, I'm sorry to rant at y'all. When this drama started last week and I didn't have a shower for 4 days, right? Like, ever since this started a week and a half ago, my income has dramatically dropped because I'm not productive and I'm not working in the shop the same way when I'm this stressed. So I told her, I was like, how am I supposed to move all this? I said, who's going to come help me move all of my furniture while you guys figure out the floors? Because I can't move all of this. I can't do all of this and keep work and everything else going. And she basically told me that's my problem. And I was like, no, like that's not, I can't, there's no way for me to figure that out. Anyway, so her option, again, she has no fix or no plans to fix the pipes as far as I know. And for the flooring, I did not say she could not fix the flooring. I did tell her, like, I'm unable to move all of the furniture in and out of rooms and to keep working here and doing all of this. And she basically said that was my problem. So that's kind of where we left it. I don't know what's about to happen. I did ask her if I could get out of my lease because I don't have working pipes. I have gross floors now because, you know, they flooded. Toilet water, pipe water flooded. And she basically said, I'm happy for you to leave at the end of your lease, but if you try to get out early, then I'm coming after you. Here we are rearranging money binders so I can feel a little bit better about where I am with my life. How are you guys doing? I hope it's going better for you than, you know, like what's happening over here. But it is what it is. Such is life. Keeps going. Okay, let's go ahead and put 50, 150, 250, 350, 450, 50. Okay, we're gonna put at least 500 back into rent. And this is not our cash stuffing for the week, guys. We will be back tomorrow or the next day for our regular cash stuffing. Do we want to count this money? You know what I think we're gonna do? Except for that 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do have $600 in the sinking funds in our savings account, and I'm going to put that $600 towards debt. I'm just going to take that out and pretend like we don't even have that money anymore because I do have a little over $3,000 in business debt. We're going to keep this $1,000 in the bank because this is going to go towards, it's going to go into our emergency wallet right here. So we do have $1,000 in emergency savings. We will start coloring this in today though to try to save another $1,000. If you haven't kind of caught my drift in this though, I am very stressed about my housing situation. Clearly, I probably mentioned that a lot. And I am sorry, there is going to be an element of like, yo, I'm stressed. Your girl is stressed. I spent the better half of the day crying. I was crying when she was here. I'm one of those people that cries just when I'm stressed. Oh my gosh, I just attacked the whole camera. I tried to get up and get sweet tea, but my office is a little crowded. It was just very unprofessional. I've never had somebody come in and just be so blatantly unprofessional and rude and then act like I was out of line, you know? And that's what she's done to me the whole time I've lived here. I shouldn't be surprised. This is just the first, like, big time. Like, that I just needed a shower, and instead of saying, oh, I'm so sorry, the pipes are old, let me come fix it, she pretty much spiraled yelling at me, talking about money problems. It was just so unprofessional, and it remained unprofessional today when I saw her, and I just didn't expect it. Okay, let's count this money because I don't even know what was in here. Now, we didn't pull self-care, rollover, or vacation. Those wallets are pretty new though. We did pull all of our sinking funds, and we will set up the new bill binder in just a second. 50, 100, 50, 2, 50, 300, 50, 4, 50, 500, 50, 6, 50, 700, 750, 800. Did I get that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 3, 700, 2, 4, 6, 8, 900, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 2,500, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 26, 47, 48, 49, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2,556, I think. Close enough, whatever. It doesn't really matter. 2,500-ish, okay? We're gonna put back into our sinking funds and our savings challenges. Ooh, is this a long video or is this just me? Woohoo! Kick the camera again. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments what you guys are up to, how your week is going. I hope it's going very smoothly. I hope you guys are up to something fun before the summer ends. Now, school is back in session in my area, but I know school in my area goes back very early. I don't think it's back most places. Let me know if you guys are back to school. If you are enjoying the summer, y'all, it is so hot here. It feels like of 111 today. It has been wild. Rent, what a great one to start off with, right? So rent for this house that I'm in is $1,400 every single month. We're gonna give ourselves a little double-sided tracker. I did go ahead and switch to the fall leaves print. I think this is super cute for this time of year.
Okay, bye-bye, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye, thank you. Rent for this house is $1,400. We already put some money aside for how much did we put aside? Let's go ahead and put $400 into rent. 50, 100, 52, 50, 300, 54. This is for power for the house. My electric last month was 163. It has been so hot here, so of course electric is pretty high. Let me put 60. Let's go ahead and put 60 into electric. Now for a while, I used to do my whole bills binder spread out like this, like rent, electric, like I break up all the bills. I did this for the longest time and I love doing this, but there was a time where I felt like, oh, I have too many wallets, I want to pare down. So that's when I switched over to doing like one tracker for all of my bills. But I got to a point where I found this to be like not as fun. I missed my full binder. So here we are. I think the cool thing about cash budgeting is that you can kind of change it up however often you want to. You can do it however you find like works for you. And different things work for me in different seasons. This is a season though that I would love to get back to, just stuffing bills individually. Let me go ahead and put 100 into car. I think we're putting more back towards bills than we originally had, but just let's go ahead and get us caught up, and then we will be back tomorrow, like I said, or the next day, and do another cash stuffing so we can make sure that we are on top of all of these bills. Internet for my house. Internet is $80 always, so let's just put 20 in for now. I do get paid weekly from Etsy, and then I get a YouTube check once a month, so I'm considering that I get paid 5 times every month, even if it's only a 4-week month, because I do get a check, 4 checks from Etsy and then 1 check from YouTube. Sometimes my Etsy check, like I said last week, my Etsy check was very low, and it might even be a little slow this week because I get so emotionally preoccupied with this housing stuff, and so I'm not working as much, and I feel like when I'm not on Etsy filling orders as much, I feel like Etsy does not prioritize me, so that's kind of where we're at. Water for the house was so much last month, y'all. It was $200. I did have the pool last month. I just took the pool down. Gas for the house, we're gonna put $10 in here. It was only $30. It was only $30 last month, but it is summer. So in the winter, the gas does go up for some reason. Maybe it's like the heating goes off of gas, but we will see what it is this year. I do have a spot for the boys' watches. The boys have a phone, they have phone watches, and it's $42 right now. So we're gonna go ahead and put 10, let's put 11, 12. I know this is funky as all get out, but I don't even feel like getting an envelope. We do owe ourselves a pool envelope because I paid for the boys and I to go now to a public pool of sorts. So we'll worry about that next time. I don't even feel like it, right? We have our bills situated. We need to get over to our sinking funds, which are all here. So we do have, how many wallets do we have now? Okay, we have rollover, self-care, and vacation, and then we have our sinking funds. My battery's dead, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, camera died, but I am back. But you guys, I forgot our variable spending. I realized it after I stopped filming. So I am gonna be using my paper envelopes to get back to variable spending. We're gonna put all the money together. Let me just open this and grab, what month are we in? August? It's already August? It sure is. Okay, for our groceries, we are giving ourselves $225 to start with. And then for weekly money, actually, let's start with 225. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 25. $225 to start our week of grocery money. And then our weekly money, we had already had some money kind of building there. I needed gas like yesterday, but I still haven't got it. 20, 40, 60. It cost me about $60 to fill up. And then we are in the middle of a no spend, but we're going to go ahead and give ourselves $20 just in case we need it. Life has been wild, so I'm trying to give myself some grace. Probably not the best time to start a no spend with everything that's going on. We're putting $225 in for our grocery money for this week. As we subtract money, we'll just kind of tally it out here and write the date. And then weekly money, we are starting the month with $80. 60 of that will go to gas probably tomorrow. And the extra 20 is kind of like emergency money. It is just all going to go into this one envelope. This one envelope will go into my purse instead of having that whole wallet. And then I can also kind of just put my receipts in here as I am gathering receipts. So I thought this was, I've used this before. I think this is just a more simple way when I'm wanting to feel like life is a little bit more simple and easy, just to carry this around in my purse with me. So that is covered. The only thing we really haven't covered and still definitely need to get to is none of the money is in these savings challenges right now. If we get to the end of this, we might put some money in our rollover money, but hopefully this is mostly going right back to our savings challenges. Starting with insurance, this is insurance for the car. I just recently spent $750 on 6 months worth of insurance, and we have nothing in here now. So I'm not gonna color in tonight because I know this is already a long video. We will color in tomorrow or the next day we're gonna be back. We're gonna go ahead and put 100 into insurance though, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It is important, but it was just covered, and because life is just so wild right now, I wouldn't say this is our highest priority. Next though, we have Christmas, which after the boys' birthdays, which the boys' birthdays are about to be like done with. Their birthdays are end of August, start of September. Christmas is the next big priority, obviously. So let's make sure this is sort of well funded. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. 300 in to Christmas. Now I do recognize that we are reshuffling and adding a lot more money into some of these categories. We did do away with a whole like fun binder that had about $600 in it. But my whole point of reshuffling is that I feel stressed. And so I want to just kind of, in feeling stressed, I want to make sure I don't have to stress about some of these things. Like if I know Christmas, for example, $300, I would love to have more, but $300 is plenty if that's all we end up having. You know what I mean? So that's sort of my whole point with reshuffling. If you guys do reshufflings every once in a while, let me know how you handle it and why you kind of do it. I do know though, my mentality, I always tend to do cash restuffings and reorganize money when I'm just very stressed and overwhelmed, because it makes me feel better knowing that some big things coming up are pretty covered. Birthdays, like I said, pretty covered already, but let's put $200 back into birthday just to make sure we cover like a birthday cake and any kind of adventure they might want to go on their birthday. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. Emergency savings, we do have $1,000 in the bank. We may be needing to use that pretty soon though, like I said. So let's go ahead and put 50, 100, 50, 200. Let's put $200 into emergency savings. Yearly memberships, I did have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 in here. This is sort of a lower priority. So let's just put our 60 back in. 20, 40, 60. We have yearly memberships for here where we currently live. If we do end up moving closer to my brother though, I know we're going to want some yearly memberships to explore our new area. So I want to keep this a priority, though it's definitely not a top priority. Summer camps is the same kind of idea. We have plenty of time for summer camps, right? But especially if we're moving, the boys are going to want to be in some summer camps to make new friends. If we're in a new area next summer, we absolutely should be. So let's just put some priority on this and put 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, because why not? 95. That's just what we're doing. So $95 towards summer camps. Sports is actually coming up very soon. How much do we need? I don't know if we need 150-ish or if it's more like 200 this year. Let's just stuff 100 and see where we're at. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I take that back. Let's put 140, 20, 40, 140. I feel like sign up is 140. I spent a lot more last year, but he still has all of his old equipment. He still fits in his own in his old shin guards, I'm pretty sure. And it's definitely still the same game ball size, so we don't need our own soccer ball. We should be like a bit cheaper this year since it's our second year in soccer. I did get an oil change today. It was $100 and I want to say $7, $110. Let's put a 20 in here. I may be having to fix something in the car. I'm going to find out tomorrow how serious it is. Y'all, it really is one of those, like, when it rains, it pours kind of a month, it seems like. We have a lot left. I don't feel like $1,200 is enough for the savings for our emergency. So let's add another 20, 40, 60, 80, 13, 20, 40, 60. Let's just count it, shall we? 1,000, 50, 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,400. We are at 1,400 with emergency savings. That is it for our sinking funds. We are going to, let's see, how far are we in now? This is not the time that I would be going typically, like on a vacation, like a fun vacation, but I really want to go visit where my brother lives to see if we do decide to move, if we even like it to move there. That's why this is even like still being considered, even though it's such a sort of a wild time. We're gonna leave this alone because we still have a month and a half, I think, until this happens. We're gonna wait on that. We are gonna put a little bit of money into rollover. And remember, this is just to like cover lower months if and when we need it, or if a true emergency happens, like we would have this money. 20, 40, 60. Let's put $60 into the 20s. 10, 20, 30, 40. Let's put $40 in 10s. 5, 10, 15, 20. We're putting $20 in 5s. We already had a 5. Now we have 25. So we have $127 now in our emergency or rollover money if we need it. So we have 3 new binders. We have a sinking funds wallet. We have our weekly variable money, and then we have our new bills binder. I feel like we're pretty covered now, guys. I feel like the chaos has been contained. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Now I do have some 10s, 5s, and 1s left over. I didn't really want to stuff all this and bulk everything up. Y'all know I have some business debt. I will do a check-in and make a business binder pretty soon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will have 7 binders or like categories in all once we have that business binder. But I do have some business debt. So we're going to count this. All of this money is going to the bank to go towards that business debt. And when I do my business binder and check in with you guys sometime soon this month, I will tell you guys where we're at with the business debt then too. But let's go ahead and count this, see what we get to take off of that debt amount. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 69, 70, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 184 gets to go towards our business debt. So that's nice. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the community that we have built here. Thank you for letting me vent. Thank you for letting me play with my binders and visit for a while. I really appreciate you guys. As always, I love you and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.